In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NFL games happening on September 29, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Rams versus Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears will host the Los Angeles Rams in a National Football Conference clash on Sunday afternoon at Soldier Field. Both teams enter this matchup with identical 1-2 records, making a victory crucial even though it's still early in the season. The Rams come in with momentum after pulling off an upset win against the San Francisco 49ers last week, marking their first victory of the season. Meanwhile, the Bears have struggled, dropping 2 consecutive games since their season-opening win. The last time these two teams met was in 2021, with the Rams winning convincingly 34-14. That marked their 3rd straight victory in the series, spanning 3 consecutive years. However, with significant changes to both rosters since then, this game presents a fresh opportunity, and one that fans won't want to miss. Despite being severely undermanned, missing their top 2 wide receivers and much of their offensive line, the Rams shocked the football world by staging a remarkable comeback to defeat the 49ers at home. Now, quarterback Matthew Stafford and his Los Angeles teammates head to Chicago with newfound confidence as they aim to hand the Bears another loss. Tutu Atwell stepped up in the absence of star receivers Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, but it was running back Kyren Williams who stole the spotlight. Williams racked up 89 rushing yards and scored 3 total touchdowns, carrying the offense. While the Bears' defense ranks in the middle of the pack when it comes to stopping the run, Chicago's offensive struggles have been more concerning. Top draft pick Caleb Williams flashed potential in last week's game, posting 363 passing yards and 2 touchdowns on a whopping 52 pass attempts. However, he continues to face challenges in putting together a complete performance, as evidenced by his 2 interceptions. The Bears' offense has been inefficient, averaging just 5.3 yards per passing attempt, the 3rd lowest in the NFL. There may be a silver lining for Chicago, as the Rams are currently allowing the most passing yards per attempt in the league, but it's worth mentioning that Los Angeles has already faced teams like the Lions, Cardinals, and 49ers, all of whom have dangerous passing attacks. It's likely that Rams head coach Sean McVay will find a way to contain Williams and get the most out of his depleted offense once again. Chicago's offense has yet to break the 17-point barrier in a game this season, a troubling trend as they prepare to face a Rams team that, despite injuries, managed to put up 27 points in their comeback against San Francisco. At this point, it's hard to trust the Bears' offense with Caleb Williams at quarterback, especially when compared to a veteran like Matthew Stafford, who has found ways to produce even with limited weapons. The Rams have been considered underdogs in every game so far this season and would be 2-1 against the spread if their Week 1 game hadn't gone into overtime. Despite the setback, I still have faith in the Rams, especially with Kyren Williams continuing to be an effective running back capable of controlling the pace of the game. While there are some concerns about the Rams' defense, particularly following Aaron Donald's departure, their ability to hold off the 49ers late in the game gives me confidence. With 8 of the Rams' last 9 games being decided by 1 score, I believe they should be favored in this matchup. Therefore, the Los Angeles Rams to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Rams may be missing their top 2 wide receivers, and with the Bears' defense being a strong unit, there's little indication that the Rams' offensive output will improve significantly. On the other side, Chicago's offensive line has been a consistent issue, and there's no reason to believe it will suddenly improve this week. Caleb Williams will likely find himself scrambling once again, especially since the Bears might be without a couple of key receivers. Chicago will probably rely heavily on its defense and special teams to keep the game within reach. The total points in this game will likely be determined by who has the lead late in the 3rd quarter. If the Bears are in front, the Rams will be forced to lean on their passing game to mount a comeback, which could lead to more scoring. However, if the Rams have a comfortable lead, they are likely to focus on running the ball and draining the clock. Given that the Rams' top 2 wide receivers are sidelined, they'll likely aim to establish the ground game regardless. Until the Bears' offensive line proves it can protect Williams and give the offense time to develop, it's hard to trust Chicago to put many points on the board. Notably, the Bears have hit the under in every game this season, and these two teams have combined to hit the under in 3 of their last 4 meetings. I still have significant doubts about Caleb Williams' ability to lead this offense effectively, and I expect the Rams defense to find more success against a weaker quarterback compared to the competition they've faced so far. The Bears offense has only managed to score the 4th fewest points in the National Football Conference, averaging just 18 points per game, with a portion of those points coming from their defense's performance against the Titans. Their run game has been equally unimpressive, as DeAndre Swift has only managed 68 yards on 37 carries through 3 games. While Matthew Stafford and Kyren Williams have shown they can move the chains, the absence of key receivers like Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua leaves the Rams depleted. Additionally, Chicago's defense has been solid, limiting all opponents to 21 points or fewer and allowing the 7th fewest passing yards per attempt. A total of 43 points would have made me feel better about the over, but given that the Rams managed just 10 points against the Cardinals, this game is shaping up to be one of the lowest scoring contests on Sunday's slate. Both teams have struggled to move the ball consistently. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Commanders versus Arizona Cardinals. On Sunday afternoon, the Washington Commanders will face off against the Arizona Cardinals in Week 4 action at State Farm Stadium. The Commanders enter the game with a solid 2-1 record, fresh off an impressive victory last weekend in Cincinnati. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, sitting at 1-2, are looking to bounce back after a disappointing home loss to the Detroit Lions. Both teams are eager to gain momentum as they head into this critical early season matchup. Arizona is coming off a difficult 20-13 home loss to the Detroit Lions, where their offensive struggles were evident. This marked their lowest point total of the season by a significant margin. However, I anticipate the Cardinals will bounce back strong this week. Quarterback Kyler Murray has been a bright spot through the first 3 games, tallying 635 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, and just 1 interception, along with 161 rushing yards on only 15 carries. Arizona's running game never found its footing last week, managing just 77 yards on the ground. This was largely due to the fact that they abandoned the run early after falling behind 20-7 in the first half. Despite that, I expect their offense to rebound against a Washington defense that ranks near the bottom of the league, giving up an average of 377.3 yards per game. The Commanders are coming off an exhilarating 38-33 road win against the Cincinnati Bengals on Monday Night Football. However, it's important to note that the Bengals are struggling with a 0-3 start, which tempers the significance of Washington's win. Rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels has been impressive through the first 3 weeks, but this week presents a new challenge as he navigates the first short week of his young career. The Cardinals' defense, with an extra day of preparation, will look to capitalize on this. Furthermore, the Commanders are dealing with several key injuries, with starting right guard Sam Cosmi, defensive end Clelin Ferrell, and running back Austin Eckler all missing practice on Wednesday and likely to sit out Sunday's game. On the Arizona side, tight end Trey McBride and defensive lineman Kiris Tonga are also in danger of missing the game, but overall, the Cardinals are in a better position health-wise. Historically, the Cardinals have performed well at home against National Football Conference East opponents, boasting a 10-5 record since 2010. I expect them to secure their 11th home win against the National Football Conference East this Sunday. Washington enters the game looking to extend their winning streak to 3 games, following their Monday night victory in Cincinnati. While the Commanders' offense has been strong this season, their defense has been a cause for concern. On the other hand, Arizona delivered a dominant performance in their Week 2 victory over the Rams, but struggled offensively in last week's loss to the Lions. Although Daniels has been a standout at quarterback for Washington, I'm not confident that their defense will be able to make enough stops to contain Kyler Murray and the Cardinals' offense. The betting line initially favored the Cardinals by 5.5 points before Washington's unexpected win in Cincinnati. While Daniels has shown promise, this game presents an ideal buy low, sell high scenario. The Commanders' rookie quarterback may face difficulties in a short week, especially with the added challenge of traveling across time zones. Therefore, the Arizona Cardinals to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Neither defense has been particularly strong this season, and both teams might be without key starters on the defensive line this Sunday. Arizona's defense ranks in the middle of the pack, allowing the 16th most passing yards and 19th most rushing yards in the NFL. Meanwhile, Washington's defense has struggled significantly, giving up 255.7 passing yards per game and 121.7 rushing yards per game. Arizona's defense has already faced formidable offenses like the Bills, Rams, and Lions, but their struggles were especially apparent in their 34-28 loss to Buffalo, where they had no answers for quarterback Josh Allen. Although Arizona's defense has shown signs of improvement since that game, it's unlikely they will hold Washington to fewer than 20 points, especially considering the Commanders have scored 20, 21, and 38 points in their first 3 games. Both teams' secondaries have been weak this season, which is a major concern given the offensive capabilities of both quarterbacks. Washington's defense, in particular, has allowed the second most passing yards in the league, and it becomes even more alarming when considering the relatively weak passing offenses they've faced, including the Buccaneers, Giants, and Bengals. While Cincinnati's passing attack is formidable, the Bengals have been in losing situations throughout the season and currently ranked 28th in average rushing yards. Now, the Commanders must contend with Kyler Murray, a dynamic dual-threat quarterback who can challenge them with both his arm and his legs. Murray will be the most versatile quarterback Washington has faced so far this season. Arizona's defense has performed well at home in recent weeks, but stopping Jaden Daniels will be a more difficult task, reminiscent of their struggles against Josh Allen, rather than their success against Matthew Stafford or Jared Goff. Ultimately, this game will feature 2 athletic and versatile quarterbacks, each capable of making big plays through the air and on the ground. Daniels will need to put points on the board, as Washington's defense is not particularly strong. Meanwhile, Murray, one of the fastest quarterbacks in the league, finally has some solid weapons to work with, including Harrison Jr. Arizona is allowing an average of just 21 points per game while scoring 27 points on average. Washington, by comparison, is scoring 26 points per game but allowing 29. The total has gone over in 2 of Washington's first 3 games, as well as in 2 of Arizona's first 3 contests. Washington's most recent game, a Monday night shootout, saw a combined 71 points scored. In their win over the Bengals, the Commanders started strong with an early lead and maintained their momentum throughout the second half. They scored on every drive except for kneel downs at the end of each half and have gone 2 games without punting or turning the ball over. Daniels' poise was evident as he led a 12-play, 70-yard drive in the fourth quarter, capped by a 27-yard touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin. Expect Washington to continue their offensive rhythm against Arizona, with the total going over in 8 of Arizona's last 10 home games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.